my name is Mia and I am an LA-based makeup artist and hairstylist and beauty enthusiast looking to spread all the knowledge I've accumulated over the years. So I hope you guys enjoy. And without further ado, here is my favorite method of doing your nails yourself. Okay, so I have everything I need right here. We need, first of all, the stand, but if you don't have a stand, that's totally fine. You can get like a little stick, even like a chopstick, honestly. You're gonna need these regardless, but something sticky to either stick onto the stand or stick onto the stick so you can put the nail on it and like be able to paint it. So it's basically not like touching the table. And you want to get all around the edges and stuff too. So that's why you need something to like hold it on. Okay, what else do we have? We have the stick also to push our cuticles. You can use like a cuticle pusher. I just happen to have a lot of like disposable nail tools right now, so that's what I'm using, but feel free to use your stuff, whatever you have. Nail files. These are so small, I know. I just use them until they're blunt, which is typically for like one set, and throw them away. You need, obviously, polish. I'm not gonna do a design today. I think that would just make the video way too long. I'm just teaching you how to make them. And if you wanna do a cute design, there's so many videos out there. These nail girlies are talented. I'm using D&D Blushing Pink, and I'm supposed to use the D&D base with this, but I don't have it right now, so this is just the Beatles base gel. And then we have our buffing block to get rid of the shine and make like a nice grit on your nail for the press-on to stick to. And quite a bit of alcohol pads. You could use acetone too, but I have these lying around. Anything that will really dry out and remove any oil and debris that's on the nail to make sure it like has something clean to stick to. What else? A gel lamp. I mean, honestly, you could paint your press-ons with regular nail polish, but they're not gonna be as reusable as if you did them with gel. Yeah. And you're going to need a box of nail tips. I know this sounds like a lot, but I'm gonna link everything in my Amazon, you guys. It'll be right in the bio. Okay, these are the Après Gel X nail tips. Today I'm using Natural Stiletto Short. These, if you don't know, are like the Gel X tips. This brand, Après, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Après invented Gel X. Their tips are the best in my opinion. I've tried other ones. I've done Gel X. I did Gel X regularly on myself for like over a year. And yeah, Après was the best. But yeah, if you go with the Après Gel X tips, make sure, this is important, make sure they're in the natural kind. There's two kinds for each shape and length. There's the natural version and the sculpted version. Don't use the sculpted version. The sculpted version is beautiful for Gel X, but for a press-on, you're gonna have to use so much glue to fill that sculpt. The sculpted version is really like sculpted. So if you look at it from like this point of view, it's really like hinged kind of nail tip. And that's just not gonna work for press-ons. You would have to use literally so much glue to fill it. And yeah, so go with the naturals. That's really all. And obviously nail glue. I'm also going to show you how to apply the nails so they last as long as possible. If you just wanna make these for fun and like wear them out to parties or whatever, feel free to just use the stickers. But if you want something to last you like, I don't know, 7 to 14 days type thing, don't use the stickers. Don't. use glue. Use a good quality glue. This one is Glamnetic. I like it. And yes, so let's get started. Okay, first things first, if you're gonna use a stand or the stick, you have to stick something sticky onto it, right? So the nail can like grip onto it and you can file it, you can paint it, you can buff it, and it's not gonna move. So I just have these nail stickers, if they'll open. I bought them in bulk on Amazon, like they're really cheap. And I just take the smallest size and stick them on. A lot of the nail girlies use like this blue putty, but that leaves residue, I noticed, on the back of the nail, and we don't want blue putty stuck on our nails, or we don't want to have to clean the nail or even do extra steps, you know? So these nail stickers are the way. Okay, now that the stickers are stuck on, we are going to get our box of tips and we're going to size them to our nails. You take the nail and you just size it sidewall to sidewall, making sure that the surface area of your nail is covered. We don't want any gaps on the sides. If nothing fits perfect, then just get something bigger and file it down. Honestly, because we need it to fit perfect. That's how it's going to last. Nothing will snag onto it, and it's just gonna last so much longer if it's like that. Okay, so I got all my nail tips sized to my hand. I had to file one down, oops, this one, to make sure it fit perfectly. But now that they're all fitting snugly and well, our next step is to go in with our file and file it to the shape that we want. And honestly, if you like the shape, that's fine. That's what's nice about press-on tips. Like, you don't have to make the shape. You can just buy the shape. But a lot of nail tips come with like a little nub on the tip, and I just like to file that off at least. Yeah, so go ahead and file to your liking. And then the next step we're gonna do after we file to our liking is buffing. Buffing is going to make a huge difference, and honestly, buffing, that should be a step in every nail application, whether it's regular polish, gel polish, you know, acrylic, Gel X, whatever you're using, dip, whatever you're using, you really want to buff. I have this little buffing block here, but you can get a much bigger one if you want. That's probably easier. And yes, you're going to remove all the shine from the tip of the nail. Really simple, really easy. Try to be gentle around the edges because you could like lift it up and then you have to get a new one. But yeah, make sure you get rid of all the shine so it's like a matte nail. And we want these nails to last. We want these nails to last long. We want to be able to grow a nail collection. At least I do. Next, we're going to take some alcohol wipes, or if you have acetone laying around, that's fine too. Whatever will clean it and get rid of all the dust that has accumulated on the surface. We really want a clean surface to stick to. So this is actually a really important step as well. This step is super important because with all that dust from the buffer, it's not gonna stick. So yes, make sure you clean off the tips with some type of alcohol solution. And then after you're done with that, we move on to the fun stuff. We paint. With painting, you can do whatever you want. You know, you could even do dip, you can do watercolor style, you can do marbling, you can do blooming gel, but Lately I've been really busy, so I've been liking something more simple. And for the sake of this video, I am going to do something simple because this video is already so long, I can tell. So you need a gel lamp. Honestly, it doesn't need to be this big of one. It can just be one that you can put like one nail in at a time. And then you got to take your base gel and just paint the nail. Make sure you go all around the edges, really lock in those edges and seal in those edges, and that'll prevent chipping and lifting of the polish when you've been wearing it for a while. Do that with all the colors: base coat, middle coat, middle top coat, all of it, okay? Make sure you seal in those edges. And I forgot to mention, just do thin layers for the polish. You don't need to do really thick layers. Actually, the nail polish is gonna last longer if you do like more layers that are thin than a few layers that are thick. So make sure you, do it in small, thin layers so it lasts. Base coat in, and then I'm gonna cure it for at least 90 seconds. I like to go overboard with the curing. That's what I like. I don't know. I feel just more confident and secure in the polish when I do that, even though it probably is done within like 30 to 60 seconds. I want to be extra and do it for extra. So I'm gonna put it in here. Okay, turn it on, and then go to 90 seconds. So I'm gonna let these cook, and then I'll be back to put on the first coat of pink, and we'll see how it's looking. So I am moving on to the color. We're just gonna do thin layers, like I said. This color's cute. I love baby pink these days. I'm in my soft girl era now, finally. Guys, it took me so long to get here. I was living a hard life, soft girl hard life. Or was it hard girl soft? No, definitely not hard girl soft life. But
licensing reimagined.
Yeah, here we are. Isn't that beautiful? Just painting it on. You can like take a look and see, is it like all secure? And then just keep on painting. Another tip I have for you all is don't do too much design or too thick of gels. I know I keep saying don't do thick gel, but there's so many reasons to not do it. Another reason is the gel tip, like the press-on, once it's cured, is gonna look it's gonna look like the nail is too thick. Like for example, I did a French tip, and for the French tip, the white I used to do the tip was sheer. And so I had to do so many layers, and it ended up looking like so chunky on the tips. So that's what I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the layers of pink and the top coat, and I'll be back. Okay, I took a quick break because I was so hungry, but this is what they're looking like so far. Ignore the pink that I spilled. That always happens. They're looking so good, you guys. And there you have it. This is cheaper than buying a pack of press-on nails every time. This is cheaper than going to the salon. This is better because you can reuse it over and over again. They're not flimsy. Matter of fact, let me just show you. These babies do not move. These do not bend. Like, they're really sturdy, really strong, and you basically can do whatever you want with them. You can make your dream nails. So go get you some art therapy, get the few supplies you need, and have fun. This is, I think, the easiest option to doing your nails at home if you like that nail extension look. You could even do them with the extra short tips if you like shorter nails, but you have trouble painting your nails because we all know it's hard to do, especially on our bad hand. And yeah, I just think this is the most fun I've had out of all the methods I've done with doing my nails at home. That's really it. Now, really quick, I want to show you all how I apply them so they last super long, okay? Sometimes they can last me like 2 weeks. First, I'm wiping them down with an alcohol wipe. This is just to get rid of any tackiness on the top. This is not to make it like last longer on your nail or anything, but it helps so the color doesn't chip. Okay, so first things first, with nail prep, we want to trim our nails. Mine are already short, so I'm not going to do that. And we're going to file them down. So I basically like already filed my nails 2 days ago. So I really don't kind of need to do that. But it doesn't hurt to go in there. So file your nails, make sure none of it will be poking out of the press-on, okay? It can be shorter than the press-on, just make sure it's not longer on the sides or on the top, okay? And these are stilettos, so they're gonna really be pointy, so you're gonna wanna not make your nails be square on the sides. You want them to taper in. Next, this is my little secret, you guys. I remove my cuticles, pushing them back, but I don't take cuticle nippers anymore. I take Sally Hansen Instant Cuticle Remover. I know a lot of people use it, but this thing helps me so much, you all. I just put it all around my cuticle area. I take my cuticle stick. You can take a reusable one. That's probably better. But like I said, I just have a bunch of little tools right now. Cuticle pusher, push them back. Let them sit, let the serum sit in for at least 15 seconds. And it's really gonna do the work for you. And I get all around on the sides too to really clear out any excess cuticle and just flush it out. And then we take our alcohol wipe and we just wipe away the gel and the excess cuticle that has been sloughed off. Yeah, you can also just wash your hands with soap and make sure there's no soap residue on your fingers. You don't want anything left over on your nail beds. You want it nice and clean. After we clean our nails off of the cuticle remover, we're gonna buff our nails. So, like I said, we just buff. Same thing, take the shine away. Take the shine all away. Use a buffer block, please, or a buffer made for nails. Please don't use a file. Like, even the files that aren't that abrasive, don't use it. Unless it's purposefully, like one side is a buffer and the other side is a file, then you can use the buffer side. But if it seems just a little too rough, like, don't use it. After you buff, alcohol, again, wipe off the dust. Crucial. It's crucial, you guys. It's crucial. They're just gonna last way longer if you do this step. So make sure you wipe with alcohol. And after you wipe with alcohol, the last thing you have to do, you guys, is just take your nail glue, put a thin layer on your nail, put a thin layer on the nail, and stick it on at an angle. And I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like. So just put a thin layer where your nail will be touching. You're gonna wanna put it on at an angle like this and press it down like so. Keep it pressed down for, I'd say, at least 15 seconds, but preferably more. I mean, it doesn't hurt to press it for more. Really get in there and make sure there's no air bubbles. Make sure you use enough glue so that there's no air bubbles, because air bubbles are the enemy. And that is what it looks like, you guys. Isn't she pretty? And guys, you just repeat it for the rest of the nails and they're gonna turn out looking so bomb. So bomb. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching my first video. I really appreciate it. Onwards and upwards, you guys. Let's go. See you later.